And a good Thursday morning to you. It is just before 4:50 here on your Thursday morning. We're getting ready for another very June-like day. Summer-like day, we'll say. It'll be in the around 90 degrees, 30% chance of a few storms this afternoon. It might even see a few storms linger into this evening as well. So just have your rain gear with you, but nothing too crazy for our forecast today. We continue to keep an eye on the tropics on now the second day of hurricane season. You can see two areas. This one, just a surface low pressure or surface trough with some storms lifting, continuing towards Bermuda, not going to be an issue. The one that is still likely to become our first depression, maybe Tropical Storm Alex, still has a high chance of development. The low pressure, it's broad, but it's been trying to spin up down here for the past 24 hours, just off the coast of the Yucatan near Cozumel and Cancun. You can see the storms there, but they're struggling. They're fighting wind shear and they're fighting dry air, so they really haven't been able to wrap up just yet. But this is lifting slowly to the north and east, and the National Hurricane Center does think that it will try to organize at least into a depression pretty soon, either today or going into your Friday tomorrow. So tracking it for you, it is going to move northeast. It's still going to be fighting that wind shear and dry air. Notice that keeps it pretty lopsided. The center would likely be somewhere in here with all the rain on the east side, starting to move into Florida by Friday. A lot of the rain in Florida would be on Friday into Friday night, and then things start to improve as we go into Saturday. All of our models, they agree, all the guidance, the pattern, the steering pattern, it all is going to move it north and east, so we're pretty certain for that. Anywhere into South Florida, we'll likely see at least the potential for that landfalling either depression, maybe Tropical Storm Alex. And it does look like the biggest impacts would be in South Florida because it is a lopsided system. So the Gulf of Mexico is hot, and we talk about the Gulf. I think a lot of times people really get too concentrated on the Gulf temperatures. The Gulf is always hot. It's never not hot in hurricane season. Yep, there's the loop current, and guess what? This system's going to go over part of the loop current. That is not really going to change the forecast outcome because there's a lot of wind shear and dry air. So it's just that reminder, and I try to remind a lot of people this, you got to have a lot more than hot water temperatures. This is going to be a big rainmaker, though. Maybe a little gusty winds for the Fort Myers and down towards the Keys and Miami on Friday and Saturday if it is a tropical storm. But notice widespread 5 to 7 inches looks like a good bet. If you're going to Orlando, you might miss most of the rain, fortunately, this weekend. If you're going to the Panhandle, you don't have anything to worry about this weekend either, maybe just some rip currents. Our forecast, nothing to worry about in the tropics. We would just call this very summer-like forecast. It's about 90 degrees each day with a few storms. And notice into the weekend and next week, getting hotter and looks like it stays mostly dry.